Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. And imagine, if you will, you are the parent of a school-aged child, and you effectively hand that child over to strangers every day. Well, you'd expect little Johnny to be learning maths and physics and English, history, geography, that sort of thing. But no, little Johnny isn't learning that. So you ask for a lesson plan just to see exactly what is being taught by the Marxists and socialists that are infesting the education system of this country. And they don't tell you. They refuse to let you know. And you say it's your right, and they fight you. And they say that you have handed your children over to them. They've got their grubby, dirty little hands on your child, and they will fill your child's brain and brainwash it with their filthy, disgusting, divisive politics. And there's nothing you can do. Sounds like a dystopian future, doesn't it? It's real. It's the state education system in this country, and it's happening now. Let's have a look at this article. Now, it is a state school. It's a very old state school. It's a very sort of upper level. It's one of those that's sort of gone through the net. It's not public school. It is state. But it's wrong what it's doing. Here we are. UK school refuses to release details of secret lessons on WPriv to parents. And there's the picture that WPriv is the problem. Really, I don't know what WPriv is when you consider in this country, white boys are the lowest educationally standard and have the lowest life chances. So if that's privilege, God help us. Anyway, getting into the article. A diverse and historic London state-funded school is refusing to release details of lessons on gender and far-left concepts like white P to parents. Haberdashers Hatcham College, known as Haberdashers Asks Hatcham College until Robert Ask, the 1600s era merchant and haberdasher who served as its benefactor, was deemed problematic for once investing in a trading company with links to the trade involving unpaid work. It hosts some 1,400 pupils. Claire Page, the mother of one pupil, has complained along with her husband that pupils at the school are being indoctrinated. Well, of course they are. It's Marxism. It's Marxism 101. Get in with the children. They like children. They should all be on a register. And are subject to politically charged material, citing online lessons in which they were asked to produce posters in the wake of the BLM unrest following George the toucher-upper of small children, Floyd's passing. And they played a song featuring the lyrics, "Our Prime Minister is a real racist." The parents also say pupils were lectured on so-called white priv and discriminatory systems of power, according to the Times, and that sexual education lessons sourced from a company linked to a for-profit website promoting happy times for men until recently. The school is refusing to show parents some of the teaching materials it is using, however, claiming it is commercially sensitive, meaning they're actually ashamed of it and know it would spark outrage, and are thus not subject to the Freedom of Information Act. Rubbish. It is unacceptable for schools to hide behind commercial confidentiality in refusing to disclose curriculum resources. Quite right. And what you do there is you say, unless you show me the lesson plans, my child will be pulled from this school. And letters of complaint will go in. And what it needs is every parent to stand on the gate, say 9 o'clock or whatever time the school starts, walk to the school with their children, wait till the bell rings, and then take the child and walk away. And make sure that the press are there, and make sure the press are asking. And when the press are asking, you tell them why. Anyway, there is a clear public interest in parents knowing what their children are taught. Not only a clear public interest, it is the right of a parent. It is an absolute right of the parent. This is according to lawyer Paul Conrath, who said of the refusal, which is being appealed to the Information Commissioner, who regulates Freedom of Information Act. Britain's governing Conservative Party, led by Boris Johnson, often talks tough on far-left ideology in state schools, with a black female minister for the government even offering a viral speech insisting that BLM movement is political and teaching far-left concepts like CRT and white priv is, in fact, against the law. Of course it is. It's so against the law, and it's wrong. And it's all the lefty, Marxist, woke wankerati that do it. And they all need to have their teaching licenses removed. They need to go on a register because they're dangerous to children, and they should never work anywhere near schools again, and they should never be anywhere near children again. But it goes on. I'm not going to finish that because I can feel the bile rising in me. It's always the Marxist teachers who love to get their hands on children. It's always children, isn't it? They love children. They are a threat to children. Parents, I keep saying this, if you have the ability to homeschool. Do not let your children get in and get corrupted by the filth that runs schools these days. They are absolute disgusting filth. And they will corrupt and brainwash children to bring them round to their divisive, hate-filled ideology. And then they create futureless children, because these kids come out and they have no functionality as human beings. They can't see any further than the Marxism that's been pumped into them, which is ultimately destructive. Anyway, I've got to take a deep breath. I shall end there. If you like what you hear and see on the channel, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Ring the bell for notification of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment, and until next time, stay safe, stay well, and goodbye.